Hello everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop video review. Today we're looking at the Crosman Night Stalker. Two separate words, not one word, so don't get confused with the rifle pellet CO2 version that has been discontinued for many years now, but I did review it back in the day. This is the CO2 BB Pistol version. More recent version came out about 2 years ago. Saw it at SHOT Show a few years back. Finally doing the review. I have done the field test shooting video for this gun. Usually I do that video second, but it just worked out that I did it first. So you can check out that video. I'll put a link in the description. And again, this is the Crosman Night Stalker CO2 Blowback BB Pistol with included integrated laser. And this is the tabletop review. If you're interested in this product, you can buy it in our Canada or our US online Replica Airgun stores over at replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US. I'll put, again, links in the description of this video to buy this product in those locations. So let's get right into the specifications. This is a partial blowback operated BB pistol. It is a pretty much full metal gun with a metal frame, metal slide, metal stick magazine. It uses 12 gram CO2 cartridges. It shoots 4.5 millimeter steel BBs. It has a 20 round metal stick magazine. You're going to find a 4.75 inch smoothbore barrel, and the overall length of the gun is 7 inches. It also has fixed sights front and back with white dots on the back, and this pistol shoots in single action only, so you'll have to rack the slide for the first shot, then the blowback operation does that for you. This gun weighs in at 1.6 pounds or 726 grams and is claimed to shoot up to 420 feet per second. Now, I got 405 average with my field test shooting video using the chrono here in the indoor sea can, but it wasn't super warm. I could see getting 420 feet per second on a warmer day. In terms of being a replica, I wouldn't call it a replica. It does look a lot like a sort of enlarged Walther PPK. I'll compare them in a bit here. And this gun is made in Taiwan and distributed by Crosman. Now, mine came in this clamshell, as do many products these days. Okay, so you can see the Night Stalker, full metal, 420 FPS, right? Semi-auto. On the back, you can kind of see some nice pictures there. Obviously, they're sporting their Crosman ammunition, CO2, right? There's your specifications that I just went over. All right, now in the actual packaging, you will get the laser that is integrated right into the gun, so it's not separate, it's right in the gun, and I'll show you that in a bit too. And you do get the batteries, right? So you can put those in with this Allen key that I don't have here on the table, but I do have the Allen key for it. It just fits in right there, and that's for adjusting the sights on the gun. So let's compare it to the Walther PPK so you can get an idea of size. It is bigger. Obviously, the Night Stalker is more of a squared off gun, but it just reminds me in terms of the shape and everything of a PPK. Okay, a little different, obviously, different safety setups, all of that, but very similar kind of looking gun, just more squared and larger than Night Stalker version. All right, let's do a little bit of a walk around, take a look at the Night Stalker. So you do have the rear or the pistol grips that do slide. They do actually come off. If you push them a little too hard, they will come off. You don't need to take them off to put the CO2 in there. The CO2 just goes right in there, and then you can use the tab, CO2 tab, to tighten it up. So no Allen key is required. Now this CO2 is from my field test shooting video, so it is actually active. I can shoot this gun, right? I'm just going to pull this out just in case. There we go. So you have to actually pull that in, but you'll see here, it's really hard to see the blowback action because it's super snappy. With the magazine in, it will lock back. It should lock back. Don't know why it's not, but it normally did lock back. Oh well, it's not doing it for me now, but normally it would. I'm pretty sure it did when I tested it. So that's kind of unusual, but I'm pretty sure it did actually. So there's no ammunition in it. It should lock back. Anyways, interesting. You do have the sights here, or the laser sight where you can turn it on. Okay, so there's your turning it on. Right, so you can see this little, you push it over this way, turns it on, push it that way, off, on, off. Okay, you have your safety here. Okay, and then this little bit here, you push that in, yeah, gotta push it in pretty hard. You can take the laser right out, and that's how you put the batteries in. They go in that little drawer there. Okay, so there's your laser. And again, this just pushes it in. It's nice and snug in there. It's not moving around at all. So it should stay fairly sighted in once you adjust it. Now there are little screws for adjusting it, one there and one there, I believe. Yeah, so there and there, okay. So one right there, that would be for windage. That would be for elevation. You don't have a recessed barrel. You do have the kind of ugly markings on the slide there. It's not terrible, but again, that's how you turn it on, off, on, off, safety. Single action only trigger, cutout ejection port, which is nice. Okay, rear sight is a white dot sight, but it is fixed. Front sight does not have a white dot on it at all. You can see the hammer, right? It's not internal, it's external hammer. Got your Crosman branding. The gun feels pretty good. It actually has a nice weight to it. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. Let's take a look at that magazine again. The magazine is pretty good weight. Okay. You do have the follower. And again, I remember it locking back. So I'm not really sure why it didn't lock back for me. I could be mistaken. I'll have to review that video. Generally speaking, when you run out of BBs, the follower comes up and locks the slide back on the last shot. So your BBs go in there, pull your follower down, load it up, release it, you're good to go. But nice weight to it. You know, pretty decent gun in terms of the way it feels, and I think it looks pretty nice as well. All right, let's talk pros and cons and wrap up this video review. So this is a full metal gun. It feels good in the hand, coming in at about that 1.6 pounds, not too heavy, not too light. It has really snappy blowback operation. Some people might like that. It's almost hard to tell, so it's not going to give you a lot of kick, but it does operate and cycle really quickly. And it does have a pretty decent single action only trigger. Has a little bit of take up at the beginning, but the release is fairly light, I'd say. And it does come with that integrated laser, which is easy to sight in using a supplied Allen key that comes with it. And even though it does have a stick mag, it is all metal and has some decent weight that adds some weight to the gun like a full-size dropout metal magazine would. The stick mag is pretty decently heavy, so that helps a bit. And because the laser is integrated right into the gun, it doesn't impede the accessory rail, so you can add on whatever kind of accessory you want to add on. Obviously, it wouldn't be a laser, that would be redundant, but you could put a tack light on there or something along those lines. And even though it doesn't have white dots front and back, it does have the white dots on the back, which does help target acquisition on darker targets. All right, a few cons. The sights are non-adjustable, but the laser is, so primarily you're probably going to use the laser, but you do have those sights as a backup just in case your laser goes dead or the batteries fail you or something happens or maybe it's not sighted in properly. And again, that blowback feel is not very heavy. It's super quick and snappy. And it's even hard to see it visually with your eyes. It's cycling so quickly. You're also going to find that the CO2 tab is slightly exposed. It's not sticking out too much, but you can see it here. It does kind of stick out the bottom a little bit. Not terribly, but it does. You can still see it. And a lot of you are going to find that you'd prefer a full-size dropout metal magazine over the stick magazine, but it does get the job done. All right, again, I want to remind you this product is available in our Canada and US online replica airgun store over at replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US, along with other Crosman products. And of course, if you're interested in other airgun products like airguns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, you can check out our Canada and US stores as well for those products. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Username is Replica Airguns. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.